Well, a Alabama sorority thought this recruitment video right here would be harmless, highlighting how fun it could be joining the sisterhood. But critics are now saying that the video lacked diversity and actually sends a bad message to young girls. One op-ed writing, quote, "It's also racially and aesthetically homogeneous and forced, so hyper-feminine, so reductive and objectifying. It's also so empowering." What do you think about that? Alabama's Alpha Phi sorority has since pulled the video. It was originally seen by 500,000 and taken down its content from Facebook and Twitter pages due to the backlash there. But did they really do anything wrong to start? Here to debate it, our Fox News contributor, Katherine Timpf, and columnist, Carrie Sheffield. Thanks for being here. All right, Katherine, you see anything wrong with this video to recruit for the sisterhood?
No, I thought this video was hilarious, honestly. It was so ridiculous. I don't know how this is national news. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't have to join that sorority. I was in a sorority. I never once, danced around in my bathing suit and blew glitter out of my hand, because that's not what I wanted. So if I saw that, I would say, hey, I don't want to. But if these women want to, they're adults. They can do that. I don't get why people are so mad.
You see it differently, Carrie?
Well, I don't have a problem with the video per se because it was made by women for other women, but I think it speaks to a broader problem I have with Greek life. So I went to two colleges, BYU and Harvard, where they don't even have Greek life. Greek life is associated with binge drinking, sexual reckless behavior, smoking. I mean, we got to ask ourselves, as taxpayers, do we want to subsidize Pell Grants, other money going to subsidize basically your party life? I think that's wrong.
It's also associated with higher graduation rates by 20% and a lot of other good things rather than just drinking and partying. That was not realistic. Okay. The reason why it was news is because it wasn't realistic.
Let me ask you this about, it doesn't have data yet behind it, but it will say, one writer, A.L. Bailey, in the op-ed, one of his other quotes, he likened the fact that men like Donald Trump are buying what they're selling, and it actually puts women in a difficult position there, and that the men are buying it, and one of them Donald Trump. Katherine, you say?
I like how Donald Trump has become relevant to every single discussion that anyone's ever had. But, you know, if those women want to present themselves that way, that's their choice. And if I'm not going to, and then I won't be perceived that way. And I just think we should allow women to decide how they want to present themselves. They look like they're having fun.
Carrie, you also talk about how this is on our dollar in some universities. You have an issue with that. Why?
I do, because we're subsidizing as taxpayers people to go and party and binge drink. And frankly, if you want to party, go move to Cancun. Don't make me as a taxpayer.
Were you in a sorority?
I just told you that none of my colleges allowed fraternities or sororities, and we actually focus on academics. We focus on actually relevant things. We have healthier outcomes. So I just don't think the Greek life is necessary.
I was in a sorority, and so I have an idea of what it was actually like, and it was nothing like that.
Your ad would have been different than that.
But I'm saying the government data shows that binge drinking and reckless behavior is associated with Greek life.
No,
so that's what the data shows. And so I don't think that you can claim, no matter what your personal experience was, at a macro level, as a taxpayer, I have questions about whether we want to be subsidizing.
Data shows overall that there's college students are binge drinking, regardless of whether or not you're in a sorority. They get better grades also. They do better in their jobs after college. To not even be in one and just say it must be totally negative based on this video showing it.
Totally negative.
This video is in the news because it's so ridiculous, because there's no way that that's what a sorority is like for us.
So ridiculous, in fact, it was seen by over 500,000.
Exactly.
It has now taken down a great debate here. We want to ask our viewers at home, were you in a sorority, fraternity? What do you think about this debate? And we want to thank you both.